Are you Chris?
I am.
Hey, Chris. Hey, it's been brought to my attention that you had one individual soliciting signatures at your table. Did you recognize anything with the pamphlets?
I didn't see anything. There was nobody asked for signatures while I was here.
Okay. Fair enough. Thank you.
Good to see you again.
I'm not on the pampers, Judge Snyder. I just have
Ma'am, I'm not trying to cause a huge scene. Because you got a couple more signatures, you need to leave. You've been asked to leave.
I didn't ask anyone. I didn't solicit anyone. They just asked to come sign.
We have it up on the table. We're making it well known. You need to leave.
So I'm not violating the law, and I understand. I don't want to, respectfully, I do not want to put you in a bad position. But
we want to go this route. Right? This is private property. You understand the rules here.
This is a public building.
And you need to leave. You've been asked by the convention center to leave.
Thank you, Judge.
You need to leave.
I'm not going to leave. I paid to be here. I'm a member of the bar. Respectfully.
You've been asked to leave by the CEO of this building, right, to not solicit. And you're supposed to
I did not solicit. I did not ask a single person. They came to me.
I'm not trying to arrest you here.
I understand.
I would really prefer that you just leave.
I know. I know, but they are the ones violating the law. I'm just going to get my single hour.
You need to leave.
I understand, but I'm not.
I need you to stand up for me. I'm going to take you into custody and I'll walk you out of the room. Criminal trespass. Is this all your property now?
Yes, this is all mine.
I'm going to throw your purse over the top of you.
Okay.
So will you carry this for me?
I will. I need to let you know that those have to stay in my custody.
That's perfectly fine.
There are criminal charges for petitions for taking them out of the chain.
Okay.
So
that's perfectly fine. Yeah, I'm not going to take any of your property.
Well, you probably ought to talk to him, not me.
Oh.
All right.
Can I ask what's going on, sir?
Yeah, if you don't mind, man, there's a whole bunch of people around here. I'm not trying to throw her whole business out here, but she needs to leave.
Okay.
We'll go down the stairs real quick. If you want to follow us, do you know her?
No, client of mine or attorney friend of mine asked me that.
We got a bunch of attorney friends here. I've got a few of them that are asking to help.
What's going on?
Yes, sir. It was.
How are you?
I mean, I've been better.
No, you were great.
No, I'm under arrest.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Thank you, Judge.
All right, we're going to stop right here real quick. I'll set your stuff down.
Sure.
You don't have any weapons or anything on you?
No, sir.
Okay. I'm just going to pat you real quick, make sure you don't have anything.
Sure.
Jennifer, sorry I didn't find you earlier.
No, it's fine.
Alrighty, ma'am. So it's been brought to our attention that you were up here yesterday. Signatures, they told you to stop. You have to be escorted off the property.
That's not accurate, but I'm not trying to argue with you.
Tell me what happened.
So I came. I had my wagon.
Okay.
I have not asked anyone for signatures. And not because I couldn't. I do believe that I can. This is a public building. However, I chose not to because I didn't want to be disruptive of the bar. So what I chose to do is take a wagon that had petitions. If anyone asked me to sign, I allowed them to do so. But I did not approach anyone or bring it up to anyone. They called the police on me yesterday.
Okay.
At that time, the three names are in my phone, written down.
But you registered for the event?
But the sergeant, I'm a member and I'm registered to be here. So the sergeant advised that there were three people. They said the bar, a staff member of the bar, as well as two employees here called the police.
I got a female of the town at the convention center.
So I told the sergeant yesterday, I don't know whether you talked to him or not, but I told him I respectfully.
Okay. If you could send 21 up here, that'd be appreciated.
I didn't want to argue with them. I didn't want to create a problem, but that I would take it to my room and put it up there for the rest of the evening to give them time to talk. And
Was that for the wagon?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I took the wagon back, and so then I talked to the convention center today. They left a message this morning that said the wagon with petitions would not be allowed in the building.
Okay.
They've also told me I can't solicit when I haven't asked a soul for a signature. And when the CEO came and visited with me, he also said, like, he came and asked me, he's like, what do you have? What are you doing? And I was very clear with him. If you want answers, I'm happy to answer. Like, I'm happy to talk to you, but I am not asking anything from you, right? And he was clear, just don't solicit. He said, just don't ask. And I said, I'm not going to. I'm not going to ask anyone. I haven't done so. And I continue to not do so. I've not been shown a written policy. I am just repeatedly changing what I do to exercise my First Amendment right in a public building while also being considerate of the building and their preferences. I've done way more than I'm required to under the First Amendment. And so
So here's the deal. You're right. I'm with you. On asking for the signatures, you're perfectly fine. However, you're in the convention center. The convention center has a ton of rules, right?
Sure.
Like no clear bags in the building, but they're making exceptions today because of who it is. So I don't have the written policy.
There was a no clear bag. No one called the police on me for that one.
You're fine, right? I don't think anybody's bringing a weapon in here today, but it's one of the rules of the building. They have a ton of rules.
Sure.
I don't have that policy in front of me. They just brought it to my attention about the signatures.
I understand.
Right? Not only yesterday, but then they brought it up again today. Right?
Yes.
You're sitting at a table, even though you're not directly asking for signatures. Come on now. The bright, colorful pages all over the place. I see you passing them around. We can't have that. So this is what I'm going to do. All right? We get some leniency. I don't think you need to go to jail today, right? But I appreciate you working with me, right? Because that is super embarrassing, is it not?
I mean, honestly, I think it's more embarrassing for y'all than it is for me. It should.
I hate to do this for you, right?
Sure.
We're here for an event, right? I'm taken away from the judges. I feel like it's disrespectful to the bar, and it's also disrespectful to the judges, and it's also disrespectful to the convention center. So we got a couple of things going on. I don't want to have to take you to jail today, but if we need to go that route, we can go that route. So this is what I'm going to tell you.
Thank you, Frank. I appreciate your help.
You need to leave. You need to take your signatures and your forms and all your property. You need to leave. Do I need to take you to jail? I'm going to say no, right? I'm going to detain you. I'm going to bring you out so we can have this conversation out here. I'm not going to write you any tickets today, but if you want, I can have a supervisor come up here and talk to you as well.
So it's your position that I am no longer allowed to be here because I am carrying petitions and someone asked to come sign them.
Yes, 100%. Because your behavior has been made known to the convention center because of the wagon and the issues yesterday, and then we're still having issues today. I guess this is not the first time they've made contact with you.
This is an issue. Like, this is literally just someone carrying a petition.
Okay.
What was the complaint? I don't know what the complaint was.
She's soliciting signatures is the complaint. She's soliciting the attention for the signatures. I understand what you're doing, right? And just having them out and about, you're carrying, I don't know how many forms are here. They're bright, they're colorful, you're setting them out on the desk, you're making it well known to the point to where people are coming up and asking you, right? If you just have these in a backpack, no one would know that you have them, right? But having them out in the open in public display, you know what you're doing, right? It's kind of like the words on my back. It says the police. Everybody catches the attention that I'm the police, right? If you're carrying around a whole bunch of signature forms, you're catching everybody's attention that you're asking.
So the decision is to remove her from the public.
I need you to leave the building. Yes. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take these handcuffs off of you, and I'm asking you to leave today. If you come back onto the property today, you're going to be taken into custody, and you're going to be jailed. Right? This is the deal. You're being trespassed for the day.
Okay.
I'm not going to bar you from coming back to the Bar Association, but as long as it's at the convention center, you cannot solicit signatures here. Does that make sense? No wagons, no public display. You can't carry around a sign. right? They have very strict rules because we have to cater to the bar
None of those
association.
other rules were discussed, just so you know. No one said anything about signs, no one's,
Let me get this stuff off of you.
and also,
I'm
just so
still
you
listening.
know, no one has enforced any of the laws on any of the candidates or other political speech in the tens of decades of years that we've been here. We've been coming here as long as this has been open here. So, I hear you.
Well, I don't know how they described it to you earlier. I know you said you spoke with the convention center earlier today. I don't know how it was described to you. It was
He
described
said,
to me
just don't
as no
solicit.
more.
He said, just don't solicit, and I did not solicit. I did exactly what he asked me to do, and I didn't have to. I believe that their policy is being illegally applied to me and not to other forms of speech, and because of that, they have a legal problem. That being said, you didn't make that determination. They did, and I understand that. I don't think they should have called you. And
Fair
so I respect that. But also, because it is the bar, and I told Mr. Was it Harrelson, the CEO? I can't remember.
I believe so.
Do you mind if I take this off?
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I just didn't.
Thanks for being so cordial.
Yeah, and I understand. I understand where you're coming from. But they're also giving
I
a
get it.
class, and whenever you're like, I'm not leaving, you are leaving, right? Because if you stay here, you're going to be arrested for criminal trespass, and the victim is going to be the convention center.
The problem, well,
You can still be
We'll just
trespassed from the
litigate it, Jennifer.
yeah. You can still be trespassed from the park. The park has rules.
I mean, I do. I just have to decide what to do now, to be honest. I mean, because like at this point, this is a question of civil disobedience.
Okay.
That is what this is. This is, they would lose. You would lose. I mean,
Fair.
like I'm not worried about a criminal conviction. I've been more than accommodating to the people who are repeatedly calling the police on me for just. I mean, I have a First Amendment right to carry this. I mean, period. And this is a public building. If it were a private building, a totally different deal. But this is paid for with AMP Commission funds, run by the AMP Commission. Like, this is a public building, and a public building within which this sort of speech has been allowed forever. So they've
Political
decided.
speech.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And at this, like in this event, like the bar, it is central to what the bar does. Every single bar, the judicial candidates show up and they pass out their stickers and they ask for votes, and they've been doing it all week long.
Well, I'll let you know that the reason the convention center is throwing a fit is because the complaint has came from our guest.
Right.
And I appreciate that clarification, because that's not what they told me.
Okay.
And so, are there any written complaints on it? Has anything
The
been?
911 call.
No, ma'am. It's all just been
Yeah.
word of mouth.
Okay.
I'm actually.
And is it Officer Hanley?
It is, yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
I just want
No,
to
I
use
got
the
it shown.
correct title. So
Absolutely.
Yeah.
132 is my badge number if you want to write it down.
Yeah.
I don't have a business card on me today. I'm sorry.
I'm not worried about it. I am going to write it down if that's
Yeah,
okay,
go ahead.
but it's not.
Don't stab me with your pen. We're good to go. Oh, you got a phone.
You
2024.
and I don't have a problem.
So-
I'm going to get my stuff.
I mean,
I'm sorry all this has happened to you. I know this has
Yeah.
been a multi-day event.
I guess-
With that being said, the complaint has
Let's
been
meet
made
out.
to the
Let's-
convention center.
Let's meet outside. I'm
Yeah.
going to get my stuff.
The convention center has asked me to ask you to leave. Okay?
yeah, I need to go outside and talk to a lawyer.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
That's what I need to do.
You grab my stuff.
And I mean, you might want to hang around, because I'm not sure whether I'm going to come back in or not. I mean, I have a right to get the CLE and to do all of this. I haven't violated any laws, even though they say they're wrong.
If you come back today, you're going to have to go to jail.
I understand that. I understand that. And I don't want that, but it sucks.
Fair
That
enough.
really sucks that I'm being threatened with going to jail if I don't let
Why?
them violate the law.
Well, I mean, even still, right, if you're in the public park, right, and you violate the rules of the public park, you can also be asked to leave from the public park.
Sure.
Right. So-
if you violate the rules,
Yeah,
and
if
the
you
rules are
violate the
valid.
rules.
But I did exactly what he said.
But I'll have you know, you're not the first person that I've ever had to make contact
Sure.
with for solicitation from the convention center.
Sure.
The convention center is all about no, like, public display of...
I'm going to wait on Chris if that's
Yeah,
okay.
that's perfectly fine.
No, and just so you know, but I don't know that it makes any difference to you, but I want to be open with you just like I was with them. I'm not a paid canvasser. I'm purely voluntary.
Mm-hmm.
This is complete grassroots First Amendment speech. I am someone who just wants to make the petitions available to people when I'm in a public place. And frankly, a lot of lawyers have strong feelings about protecting the FOIA. And that's why they came and asked me if they could sign the petition. And
Fair
I
enough.
told Mr. Harrelson, because when he came up to me, he said, do you have a body cam?
I do.
Okay, good. So we can record this later.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anyway, when Mr. Harrelson came up to me, he said, he asked me what I had. And I was very careful with my words. I said, are you asking me? Because if you're asking me, I'm happy to discuss it, but I am not asking for anything from you. Like, I'm not addressing this. And he said he was. And so we talked for a second about it, and I told him, I have them here. If people come up and ask me about it and want to talk to about it, I'm going to answer their questions. If they ask to sign, I'll let them sign. But I am not soliciting. I am not asking anyone. And he said, okay, just please keep doing that. So I'm acting consistently with what he told me in that room and being taken out in handcuffs because I did exactly what they asked me to do. They asked me to get rid of the wagon, I got rid of the wagon. They asked me to put it in my room, I put it in my room. Now they asked me not to solicit. I wasn't soliciting anyway, so I didn't have any problem agreeing to that because it just wasn't doing it. They just don't want me here.
Fair enough.
That is actually the case.
I see that now.
So they do not want you here. So at this time, you are.
She's waiting.
I know,
Yeah.
I'm just, we've already talked about it. I'm just waiting on my lawyer to come because we're going to step outside and discuss it.
Okay. Well, y'all can discuss it off of the property. They do not want you here any longer. The convention center staff, I just got off the phone with, they want you gone from the property right now. So if you don't leave,
For
you will
doing
be arrested.
exactly what they asked
If
us
you
to
don't
do.
leave right now, you will be arrested
Of
for criminal
course.
trespassing.
And
So
she
you
was
need to leave.
placed in handcuffs because she refused to leave a while ago
Okay.
while in the room. So we were in the middle of a class, so I had to put her in cuffs. I brought her out here, took her out of cuffs. I'm going to give her a strong warning today for criminal trespass.
Okay.
With that being said, she's got a friend.
It's another
attorney
lawyer. He
that
was
is on
just
the
gonna-
way?
Like what we were just waiting on him to get his things so that we could step off and discuss it.
Oh, that's
perfectly fine.
And I thought we were having a cordial
Yeah,
conversation.
I'm cool with it.
I'm
Perfectly
not.
fine with it.
It's not that you're not having a cordial conversation. It's just apparently they've spoken to you a few times. I know I spoke to you
I
yesterday.
did exactly what
So
they told me. They told me not to bring the wagon back. I didn't bring the wagon back. I also didn't bring the sign back, even though no one said there was an issue with the sign. But I was like, okay, so I'll back off that. Then he came in here and he told me that he just needs me not to solicit. Just don't ask for signatures. And I said, no problem. I'm not asking anyone for signatures. I never asked to like I
So
did.
I think that's just a
understand
matter
what
of
you're saying.
interpretation, right? Because
I think we're
what pocket
speaking
is-
semantics. I think what they want is for you not to do that.
Right.
Well, that's the problem. That is the problem. I think it is clear that they do not want petitions in the building,
Yes.
and that's illegal. I mean, it's a public building, and I'm not asking y'all to enforce that for me. I understand the situation you're in,
Well,
but I'm just
so-
waiting on my lawyer so I can talk about
like I
what we
said,
do
We're
next.
talking a public
Here it is.
building, but we're talking private event occurring in a public building,
Chris.
and these
Chris.
events are private.
You want to chat outside?
Yeah, I'll be right there.
Okay, let me chat there.
just one last time, if you come back into the building today, I'm not trespassing you from the convention center entirely, right? However, if you come back in here today, you'll be taken into custody, right? Let them run their event for the rest of the day. I believe this is the last event for this. If you come back into the building today, you'll be taken into custody, okay?
I understand. I do. I understand. And I appreciate
Absolutely.
your candor.
Good luck to you, okay?
Yeah.
But with that being said, I will need you to gather your stuff and not on the sidewalk. You got to move across the street.
Well,
Convention center property. I don't know where the property line ends.
you can't.
Take it across the street.
I can have petitions on a sidewalk. It's not their policy. Like they said last night, they were also very clear that petitions could be on the sidewalk.
Oh my God! Like this entire thing sounds like you're just trying to figure out a way to like I want to do it here. I want to do it.
No.
Just leave. Like they don't want you here asking for petitions. Just go somewhere else and get them.
I'm not
Like this
asking-
is not the spot.
All right.
Across the street, please.
All right.
Thank you, ma'am. Don't forget your phone behind you.
Oh, yeah, I'm on it.